right, so guys, right now, this is a Union Hospital that we walked into. The kitchen that we started setting up in, I'm just gonna let you know, I told these guys already though, that you were outside. That was an add-on after, that was pre-Civil War. This was the main structure of that wall right here.
Yeah.
To this wall right here. And the fire, the stove is right here. That's would have been the chimney.
The chimney.
The chimney goes all the way from the basement all the way up to the attic.
Wow.
He was asking to the basement have the attics, the supplies, the hot spot,
Right.
hot box. And I was letting them know that each floor had hot boxes. They had holes cut out in the field, in the mason, so they could use it on each floor. They could put wood in different house. It would warm up the house a little bit better. So anyways, the floor has been replaced. Back in the day, this would have been a barn flooring. They would have had holes drilled into the floor. The holes were just for the blood. And of course, you think about how many amputations were going on, and how many, like, what were the doctors stepping on?
Who was it that triaged all these people?
Like the doctors?
Yeah.
I don't have names of doctors.
No, but I'm saying, like, was it just, like, because I know doctors back then had to be scarce or sparse, few and far between.
I think they just chose who the doctors were. I think the
Oh,
house,
really?
I think they accommodated the house, and who was in the house became the doctors. I don't even think it had to be a doctor.
Oh, shit.
I think they were forced to do it. It's either they helped here or evacuated and they left the house and they couldn't come back. So I think that most of them stayed here and tried to save them. Besides that, now the guy that actually owns this house, when we started here, we investigated an 8-hour investigation here. He brought a picture down. That window right here, now that porch was added on. All that kitchen was added on, but he had a picture of the original picture of soldier body parts and stuff outside that window, above the windowsill. Just crazy shit. And just imagining, that put me into the feel of the house. I didn't understand it until I saw that picture. I tried getting the picture from him. He said no. He put the picture right back where he found it, and he said it's going with the house. He said he found it here and it stays here, which makes sense that you don't live here and you're just trying to use it for money. I mean, he does stuff in here just to keep it maintained.
Right.
But he's by himself and he's probably getting some weird shit happening to him. You don't want to be messing around with things that you don't see. Makes sense to me. So.
Yeah, me too.
But anyways, so soldiers amputation room. I don't know the number of soldiers. There was way too many soldiers in count, but that actually died in this house. When we walked in here, we didn't even see that fence line. Did you see the fence outside? No. Well, when we go out there and you look at that fence line, that's Culp's Hill. Culp's Hill was called, it's a part of the battlegrounds. We're right on battlegrounds land, and that fence was not here. That fence was added on. Back in the day when they put that fence in there, they found a mass burial out there. They found 25 soldiers out there. Just by putting
right
that
in
fence,
the backyard.
right by putting that fence in here. Yeah, so that fence, now imagine, that fence was not here, guys. So this yard has soldiers piled up all over. You're walking in the soldiers' area where they died at. It's not just labeled that way because you don't, for families and stuff, they don't want that kind of stuff.
Right.
It's disrespecting them. But that fence was not here. This house was part of the grounds. Some of the hospitals that we go to that are actually in the battle itself, like Reynolds Death House, you'll see bullet holes in the stones, and you'll see the wedged in bullets still from him, just because that was where the battle was actually taking place at. The gunfires were right off Steinberg, right off there, into the Baltimore Street area. This was the Culp's Hill area, and this is where they did the J-hook that was called, or what they did around it. What happened was the Union were getting defeated at this time, and the Confederates were on top of the hill, and the Unions decided to go flank them. They flanked them. I don't know what general, do you remember what general commanded that?
The Union, or?
Yeah, the Union general.
I forget names, but I know that when they met here, it was by accident.
Yes, they were not. They were surprised. All of them were surprised about it.
And they formed
snuck
that J-hook, and the Union actually almost lost because one of the battalions moved, and it threw off the whole infrastructure of the defense line. So they like that. If they'd never moved, it would have been pretty much a one-sided battle. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
But it gave the Confederates a chance almost to kind of fight back, but the Union still held up, and which is honestly a good thing, because who knows what way the war would have went if it didn't turn out the way it did, you know?
Well, you know, the whole freeing the slaves and stuff, do you realize that was probably not Abraham Lincoln's call to make himself look better?
No.
That was a way to win the war. The Confederates they were pretty much, their whole army was based off slaves.
Yeah.
So they crippled the South by freeing the slaves. It was a risk, became a risk.
Yeah.
It was a
The main
combat.
reason for the war was to stop the secession of the South from the North.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
They just
they wanted to
wanted to
control it. The Union wanted, the North wanted to have this, and the South wanted to have their own thing, and they didn't want to convert, and they got greedy. So, and greedy, look what happened to greed. All the soldiers that died here were greedy.
All right, so when you guys walk through here, we're gonna check out this cool cabinet. Now, that was built into a doorway. That was it.
Yeah.
So they had 2 slots right here going through here. Now, that would have been convenient for the hospital, but I don't know why they would have done that in the house, like built in the house for a family. Now, pay attention to up here, first floor to the second floor. This is what that floor would have looked like.
Oh, right, the original
Original
floor.
flooring would have looked like this downstairs with holes through it. Now, that's the only difference, it would have been upstairs to downstairs. But they painted this to keep the wood from getting rotted out. That's the only reason they did this. Now, this is added on, this is over top of the kitchen. I call this the fun room. It feels like a fun room. Doesn't it feel weird?
It does, it feels like a kid's room in there.
It's because the ceiling is
It's just,
slanted.
everything's weird.
It's, yeah, no, it literally
The
feels like one of
floor
those-
feels like it's leaning this way.
Well, the floor is
It goes in the middle.
and this leans
This roof's
down.
coming down here. You can see it from the look at the trim.
Oh, wow.
See how far of an angle it is?
Wow.
Oh, that is wild.
Like this.
Even the door is
Yeah,
cut the same
everything.
way.
Yeah, they put the door.
It's disorienting.
It's weird.
It does look like a fun house.
Fall over.
It's a fun house.
Yeah.
It's a fun room. This is the fun room. All right, but I brought you in here mainly not for the fun room part. I wanted you to see where the power line's at. This is the power source. The gray line is 220. It goes up this way and out that wall and straight down to the meter.
Okay.
That's your only power you have in the house. So if you guys get any kind of EMS place or anywhere else, it's
gonna be
legit. It's good. Okay?
But the tower has been turned off for the rest of
The
the
whole
house.
house is turned off. The panel downstairs is turned off besides that one breaker for the main.
For the main.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's it.
So now we're walking into the main, this is the cool part.
Now that room that we're just in, I will tell you that I've had some weird shit just turn off right through that doorway. That doorway, for some reason, I've had all my equipment just shut off in that room one night. I've never had it happen again, but it's happened before. I don't know why, but it's not even part of the house that was here. That was added on. Come on in here and check out the main, this would have been where the soldiers were placed at. This is where they all sat and actually is laid up here after the invitations. If they made it up here, 1 out of 10 made it up here. And that didn't mean you're out of the woods. So
And then 1 out of 10 of them made it out.
Well, yeah. So 90% lived, 90% died.
Died
10%
and
up here.
10% lived.
And then that was just after, and then 10% after that part, they make it up here and live through here. Would have been another, probably like what, 80 to 75,
Yeah,
75.
yeah.
Probably, making it, good luck. So, but this is cool. This room and the next room, I'm not going to talk about the next room because it's the same thing. Basically, there are rooms where there were soldiers were placed at, but I'm going to skip that and go right to the attic. See, that's goes the creepiest spot. When we go up to the attic, watch your head. The ceiling's an A-frame, so if you don't duck down, you're going to hit your head. All right, so guys, the toys. We did not bring the toys in here. None of the investigators do that kind of stuff. We don't incorporate our own personal feelings into this because it's not how that works. I don't want to get it too detached.
Oh, right.
Attachments for one.
At least the bias.
Yeah, you don't definitely need that kind of shit. But their guests do get attached sometimes, and they come back but they don't have to deal with it every single night or every other night. They come back once a year and get close to her that way. I'm here like once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to stay up my distance. I love her, but I don't want her. Something like that. You know what I mean?
Talking about Elizabeth.
Yeah, Elizabeth, yeah. She's a sweetheart. She's adorable. Elizabeth's 13 years old. She died of gangrene. She died of getting cut outside playing in the yard. She got cut on the fence and it got infected. But
Trigger points for Elizabeth. Is there anything in particular that she likes to play with?
you have the rocking horse in here.
Has anybody ever seen that move?
Yes, we saw the rocking horse move. I've been personally up here with a baby doll. It's this one right here.
That little baby dog right here, that little purple dog was thrown at me. It came from over in this corner. I was sitting at the knee wall right here. Nobody was there at all. I had 3 people sitting on the back of their back and their asses against this wall. That's all I had in the house.
Wow.
And it got to hit my foot, and it scared the shit out of me a little bit. But I didn't jump or anything. I just like.
Were you guys doing call-outs, or you were just basically sitting and listening?
Just listening, talking to her, trying to get her to come out.
And talk to you guys.
Interactions.
Is she shy at first?
Yes.
Very.
She's shy. Yeah.
Is there a way that maybe possibly, being that you know the house so well, that we can make her feel a little more comfortable to communicate with us?
The best key that I would, you have kids.
Yeah.
And you know how to
That's one of them.
Right there. So feel like a dad, make her feel comfortable.
Oh, yeah, okay.
She's already been through hell. Try to make her feel happy. And try to think for her. Try to feel what she's been through.
Should probably start here.
You want to start upstairs?
Yeah.
Work our way down?
Yeah, because we're not gonna have a lot of time.
Yeah. I want to start in the best room of the house
Place
and work our way down.
Yeah, this is the coolest location.
Yeah, we've got about an hour left.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Hello?
Is someone in here?
Whoa, dude, look at that. Hello? Can you let that go? That's a hard grab. Can you stop touching that? Is there somebody in here with us? There's anybody in here that just touched that REM pod. Can you do it again for me, please? Hello? Any of the spirits that are in here, is somebody touching that? Okay, before we get any crazier, I want to make sure everybody's phone
Mine
is
is.
in airplane mode, and I don't think that mine is, so let me do that now. So, we have to get right into this investigation. We don't have a whole lot of time here, guys, and I would like to try and hit as many places in the house as we can. So we're gonna go upstairs for now. We're gonna leave that REM pod running. We got a camera sitting here that's recording, so if that starts to go off while we're upstairs, at least we'll be able to hear something or see something in post.
We've got no EMF baseline.
Hurt? Elizabeth, are you in this room?
Would you be willing to come out and talk with us?
You don't have to be afraid of us.
We're not gonna hurt you.
We'll all sit down on the ground with you. Or maybe not all of us, but some of us.
Liz, in case you're feeling a little weird about who we are, maybe if we introduce ourselves, you'll feel a little more comfortable to come out and talk to us. My name is Joe,
My name's Tanner.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Kayla.
and none of us are here to harm you. None of the devices that we have or any of the equipment we brought into your house is going to harm you. We hope that you don't mind that we're here.
Would you be willing to come out and talk with us?
What? Are there a lot of other spirits in this house with you, Emily? Sorry, Elizabeth.
Wrong place.
Did that say run?
I don't know, I couldn't hear it.
Sounded like it said hurt.
Liz, did you just say that you were hurt? Will? To any of the spirits that are in this house that can communicate, because I'm sure that you guys move around here quite a bit. Is it possible that one or any of you could come up and have a conversation with us, please?
Elizabeth, there's toys on the ground in front of us. You can play with them if you'd like to. We also brought you some new toys to play with. They light up. Is that you?
Somebody touching that?
Hot Spike would make sense up here because he rises
Yeah.
and we're in the attic.
So Liz, if I come and sit down on the floor with you, I'm gonna try to do my best, because I'm an old man. In case you were wondering, I am a father. I have a daughter of my own. Perhaps you'd like to come over here with me and play with a doll? Or maybe roll a ball around back and forth to each other?
Sure, you've witnessed a lot of tragic stuff in this house, Elizabeth. Sure, you know that this was a sort of infirmary for Union soldiers. It was very bloody. We hope that hasn't affected you too much.
Liz, do you miss being here in your house? Do you miss your family, being with them? You can go up and speak into that device right there with the lights on it, and you can say anything that you want.
See, now that
That's
doesn't
cold.
make as much sense.
The temperature just dropped.
Yeah, it's cold in here.
It's getting cooler in here.
I have
already.
cold chills.
Same.
Elizabeth, is that you?
Elizabeth, are you here with us?
No.
I'm just gonna take a quick picture.
Liz, can you move away from that little device that's making noise right now? Just walk away from it, honey.
That was so weird. I don't think I've ever felt the temperature drop like that.
The whole room just dropped. My neck is getting cold, dude.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us or move any one of these items on the ground in front of us? Would you be willing to move anything on the floor?
Don't. It's a don't. Does that mean you don't want to move any of these devices?
Items.
Well, just so you know, my daughter's name is Kayla, and she's my whole world. Did you miss your dad?
That was weird.
Liz?
I think it's.
Starting to hear a lot of contamination. I'm gonna see if we can split our fingers.
Elizabeth, if you touch this device in my hand, it'll light up and make noise. Could you do that for me?
Liz?
It's cold again.
Liz, is that you dropping the temperature in here, or is there somebody else in here with us? Somebody from downstairs that was taken care of in the infirmary? Perhaps a soldier? All right, Elizabeth, if you are in here with us, I do have one device that I'm going to try to use. I don't know if... Would you like to use something else?
What is that?
Cold.
It was cold, but now there's no light.
It's cold. If you'd like to use something else to try and speak to us, please shut that off for me right now. I'm going to count down from 3. And when I come down to number 1, you're going to shut it off. In 3, 2, 1.
I mean, I guess we don't know though if spirits can control temperature on command. It might just be something that...
Yeah, it might be when they move by something. So basically this app, it does a bunch of different things. The one that I like to use the most on it, it's a yes and no, and it also involves, every once in a while if it'll get a random hit, it'll spit a word out. This was a smaller company called Parabox, and we tried them out and we've gotten some results with their app.
Basically, they just use like, so most people don't know, but iPhones, they can obviously pick up EMF because they have to. That's how they make phone calls and stuff like that. So there are apps that can almost use as an EMF detector. It can also sense changes in vibration and hunt.
What are we doing tonight?
Ghost hunting.
Well, I would say hunting. We're trying to see if any of the claims here are true. But that's pretty cool. We did come here to kind of, in a way, yes, hunt.
We're paranormal investigators. We don't really do ghost hunts. Those are a little different.
So Liz, again, I'm going to ask you, are you here with us right now? You can answer any way you want. You can pick a device. You can come step in front of this music box here and it'll play music for you. We have this on the floor which will answer yes or no. The cold device.
Are you in here with us, Elizabeth?
Is there any way that anybody in this house could give me a sign? How about a knock on the wall? Can you do that for me? Liz?
Did this used to be your house, Liz?
Are you trying to answer? Sound like I said no. Are we not talking to a little girl?
It's leaning towards yes. But it hasn't moved.
Are we talking to a little girl's spirit right now? I want to know. Elizabeth, are you really here? Because if you are, please set a device off for me. Just so I know where you are. I physically can't see you. You know, when he said she's shy,
He wasn't kidding.
he wasn't kidding.
She might need a lot more time,
Than we have.
but that's okay.
Hot spike.
Did it turn red?
Actually, it didn't flash at all.
It didn't show any signs of... Liz, is that you? Is that the little girl that we were talking to up here? If it is, can you shut that off for me, please? I want to see if you understand what I'm saying. Turn that device off.
Wait, can you turn that off real quick?
For what?
I keep hearing something.
Sorry.
Yeah, just hold it in. Just shut off. Oh, now you turned it on. The one on the top, honey, is the temp.
What do you think you're hearing? I don't know.
Liz, are you downstairs?
Bumped my head. This is a tiny closet.
How about any of the soldiers? Are you guys up here with us?
Do you want us to stay up here and talk to you, Elizabeth?
If so, please give us a sign, but... You don't have to feel pressured into it.
If you want us to leave, you can let us know that too.
How about if you walk over to this thing like this? It's very easy to do. All you have to do is walk past this. And it'll tell me you're in here. Can you do that for me? That just weirded me out because the shadow of the light looked like it made the rocking horse look like it was moving. Liz, these motion lights that you're seeing lighten up. If you move past them really quick, they will turn on.
Could you just give us a sign that you're in the room with us? We're not here to hurt you. We'd just like to know if you're here.
Yes.
I heard that. Could you touch any one of our devices in this room?
If you need energy, you can take mine. I'm offering up my energy to you, Liz. Or any of the other spirits that are in this house. Take my energy if you need it. Also, the devices that are around, they all have batteries in them. Each and every one of them you can use to harbor any type of energy you need. So again, I ask, am I speaking to a little girl? Elizabeth, is this you? Tell me yes or no. Well, Liz, being we don't have a whole lot of time in this house, if you are up here, of course you know you can follow us downstairs. I don't need to give you permission for that. But I really do wish that you would feel a little more comfortable to come out and have a little bit of a conversation with us. All we want to do...
Said no. I don't think she wants to follow us.
That's okay, Liz. We know you're shy around new people. But don't feel sorry.
Don't feel threatened by us.
We're gonna head downstairs and see if we can make contact with anything else, but
You're free to join us, honey. So if you want, and you feel safe enough, and let's sit down and have a conversation together, okay? There's not too much seems to be happening up here right at the moment, guys. I don't know if she's reluctant to talk to us, or maybe it's just one of those hit or miss days and we happened to be on a missed day. But a couple of weird little things happen here with temperature. There's a few responses through that. But we're gonna go downstairs now and see what else we can gather up here. Anybody got an EMF on?
Yes, I heard. No, there's no power.
No, I know. I got a cable here though.
That's
I
what
got
I
like
said.
Try to adjust it, so. Iron.
You brought some making pizza in here too.
Yeah.
battery smoked. There any soldiers down here that would like to have a conversation with us? I sure would like to talk to you. I went upstairs to try and communicate with Elizabeth. She didn't seem to want to come out and tell us any of her story. I was hoping that maybe one of the soldiers that was triaged in this house can come forward and have a conversation. We have a few devices laid out around us, and if you walk up to any one of them, exactly. Can you do that for me? How about you do it now? You want to give it a try? You can see it doesn't hurt. If you were a soldier here, did you die in this place? Somebody had said there was a mass grave out back. Maybe possibly you were buried back there. Or did you perhaps go back to your family? That device that you just heard beep on the chair is a communication tool. You can walk up to it and say your words into it, or move it. You can pick any one of the words in the word bank to try and communicate any type of your story with us. Please.
Can any of you give us one of your names?
I got one more device I'm going to throw on here. It, yet again, is another communication device. And I'm going to try and turn this on. And if you walk straight up to it and speak directly into it, hopefully I'll be able to hear your words. So again,
That was not you. That was the right pod going on.
was that you that went over and touched the REM pod for me? Don't be afraid to use it. Try it again.
Did you do
They're
that for us
fun.
again?
Here, the light just went on.
Okay.
That wasn't me. I'm 4 feet away from that thing.
Could you touch that device on the chest for us again?
I say kind or nine?
Kind.
We're trying to be as polite as possible. We know that you probably had a very tragic life, especially towards the end. If you were a soldier, then that is definitely the case. We try to be as polite as possible so you will feel comfortable speaking to us.
Were there any of you that died here that didn't want to fight in the war at all? Or didn't agree with the war?
How did it feel to be fighting your fellow American brothers? Could you give us a word that could perhaps describe that feeling?
Would any of you be willing to share your story with us? Or let us know that you're here.
So again, I tried to change frequencies for you guys. Sometimes you guys vibrate on a different frequency. So we try to use all different frequencies on the RF stations that possibly can pick you up. Now this has never been proven as scientific fact that somebody can speak through white noise. Can you prove them wrong? Can you tell me a name? If it's you, either one of these two devices that I have out in front of me, you can tell me your name right now. What the fuck was that?
Oh, okay.
Holy dude, you're killing me here.
I was just making sure we back up before we get.
Yeah, that's true.
Should take a little time to back up. So, article of Deborah Harmon. Deborah Harmon was 31 in 1985. Her and her fiance were at a local bar in town. Her fiance's name was Donald Painter. The local bar, they're still in business now. I think it was called the Flying Bull, and they still call it the Flying Bull. I think they called it something back then, different, but it's called the Flying Bull now. It's the same building. Anyways, they were at the bar, and about 1:30 in the morning, something happened at the bar, and Donald got pissed off about it. Deborah got hit on by a guy. This is Donald's story. Deborah's dead, so we don't know the side of her story. The Donald side of the story said that somebody was hitting on Deborah. He got pissed. He came back to this house here and grabbed his .30-30 Winchester rifle. He was going to go back to the bar and shoot the guy that was hitting on the old lady. Deborah tried to stop him from going out the door and making a fatal mistake like this, and the gun went off on her, shot her right in her neck, and it killed her. They pronounced her death at 5 o'clock in the morning, but
Was it that long to report it?
I think what they were trying to do is revive her and get her back. I think they took her to Gettysburg, transported her, and Gettysburg said they couldn't help her. They flew her out to York. So think about now, York, you know where York's at, right?
Yeah.
So that's where she got transported at, and that's a fucking 50-mile drive. So they pronounced her death at 5 o'clock. I don't know if she passed away. I think she passed away here. Her soul left her body here, I'm pretty sure. But still, today, she's still here.
Okay, so what I'm going to try and do to see if we can kick things off a little faster, I'm going to use this board and I'm going to open up a portal so that you guys can come and speak with us. Or whatever is residing inside this house, evil or benign, please come out and speak to us. I'm going to open the board myself. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands off this and I'm going to leave the spirits in here for full reign. Come out and talk to us, please. In case you need an introduction, my name is Joe. If that's you touching that REM pod, can you please move away from it? Thank you. Is there anybody here that would like to make some sort of contact or communication with me, please? Again, I was saying, my name is Joe. This is Anthony. I have Tanner to my right, and behind Tanner is Kayla. None of us will harm you. If you could tap on something or make a noise, that would be awesome. How about moving a door or a cabinet, perhaps? If you're having trouble communicating, you can use energy from any of the devices that are in here. Thank you. Is that you setting those off? How about Deborah? Am I talking to Deborah? I heard that you died a very tragic death. Would you like to come and talk to me? Is there any way that you could come up and touch any device in the room? So at least I know that you understand and hear what I'm saying. So, the man that was just here told me that something does not want Debbie talking to anybody. Is that you? Is that you bullying her?
You hear that?
Yeah.
Come on, come out. And Debbie, if this is you, honey, I don't want you to feel scared. I want you to know that we come with nothing but peace and love.
It keeps syncing up.
Is that you outside on the steps? Come inside, Debbie. You can walk this way. I'm going to turn something on in a few minutes, but I really would like to see if I can get you to at least move some of the equipment that I have in the room currently. But I do have a device. You can use your words. If you would like to use your words, whomever I'm speaking to, please shut that off. Okay, I'm a man of my word, so.
I don't know if it's just because I know that somebody died here, I just get really weird vibes from this place.
Deb? Is that you? Come up the stairs. Come on, I want to talk to you guys. This device I have in front of me here, if you speak loud and clear into it, it will hear your voice. And you'll be able to put your words through on the white noise that's coming through. So if you can vibrate with that frequency, I would appreciate a name. Whom am I speaking to? Are you human? Okay. I can take that as a yes. Can you shut that off? Thank you. Again, I'm asking for a name.
Just gotta change the battery in the camera. Tim or Tom?
Sound like it says Sim.
Yeah.
Was that you trying to communicate with us? Yes. Who am I speaking to?
It was again.
It's the same fucking sound.
It said Tom.
Yeah.
Sounds like Tom or Tim.
I'm trying to remember what the guy's name was that she was with.
That almost sounded like you said Thomas. Are we speaking to a Thomas?
Tom? Thomas, who are you? I can hear you trying to come through. You're a little weak. Do you need energy? Well, if this is Tom I'm speaking to, you can use energy from any one of the devices that you see glowing with a red light. Ah, that was loud. That's very good, Thomas. That does have a red light on it. How about something else? You see what I'm doing? Can you try to do that for me? Tom? Do you mind that we're in your house right now? Somebody triggered that REM pod behind Anthony. There's one in this doorway right here. Somebody walked up to that a couple of times when we set it down. Could you do that again for me?
Ken, you shine the light in the room.
Shine my light?
Yeah, just so I can see into the corner. You see that above the... You see that above the counter on the right?
Little black.
I thought that was like a light switch or something. It's not there. That's so strange. Yeah, dude, look. Above the counter on the right. Isn't that weird?
Tom. Come on, I have this board in front of me here. You can communicate through that. They say this board communicates with spirits. Move the planchette for me. Will you move it?
And the other one.
I'm not sure now. It sounds like it's in there.
Would anybody be willing to move this planchette for us? Just put your hands on it and move it around.
Perhaps you can spell the word out that you'd like to tell us.
Could you give us a name?
Deborah, we're really sorry if this is you in here for what happened to you. We don't know whether it was your jilted lover that pulled the trigger,
Or if it was an accident.
or if it was just an accident. But the reason that we're here is we want to know from you
What happened?
what happened. Deborah, I'm going to give you a little bit of a voice here. You have the opportunity to use words. It may be difficult for you to try and use this because these devices that I'm holding, any one of them, they were not around in your time era. So I'm trying to give you a basic understanding that none of these will hurt you, and they're really only to tell us where you are in the room and whether or not you can understand what we're saying. So with that being said, I'm going to put this on for you. And you can say a word, or you can answer a question just like that. You can say yes or no, or anything you want. I give you the floor, Deborah. After all these years, come forward and speak your piece. Is there any other spirits here? Perhaps a male malevolent spirit?
Tony, what kind of reading we got in there? Temperature-wise.
I'm just curious to know, the temp spikes on both of these are going off. I was kind of wondering what the differential was between the two rooms.
Definitely warmer in here than it was in the last house.
It seems a little more stuffy. A couple of my teammates, including myself, when we walked in here, did not feel well. Can you tell me why? Is there something dark here? Deb, is that you?
This one's a little warmer than that one by a couple degrees. But there's still been most of the time going off at the same time. I know it's warmer in here, but what are we to say?
Did your light just dim, Kayla?
No, I understand.
I think this
No, it looked like it went like that. You know that quick switch,
I
like the
just
flashlight
felt
did?
It might have been because I did this
Oh,
when I
because
turned
you
around.
Deborah, can you tell me how old you were when you passed? What was your age? How about a year that you died? Do you know what year it was? Okay, you guys were at a bar. There was something going on with another man trying to hit on you. What happened?
What happened when you got home from the bar?
It almost sounded like I did it.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
I did it.
I thought I accidentally died.
It could be that too.
Yeah, it sounded very close to either one of those. I did it or I died. So Deborah, is this you trying to communicate with me? Is that hot because you're angry? Are you angry that we're in here questioning you? See, I keep hearing noise that way, but the street,
Yeah.
the street is that way.
Well, and other people live in buildings right here.
Oh, that's...
Hi. Hi, it's okay. Come and touch that. It's fine. It won't hurt you.
Yes.
Deborah, we mean you absolutely no harm. And if this is who we're speaking to, I'm imploring you. We only come with love and light to communicate. Okay, if that was Deborah that came over and touched this one, please come over and touch it one more time. Deborah, are you okay where you are?
Is anybody else like burning hot right now?
My neck.
It's only 72 degrees.
My
here.
neck is sweating. Is that the spirit that's with us right now, making it warm in here? Me and Anthony are both very sweaty. Or is that something evil or demonic? Cool. All right, well, we don't have a lot of time in this room. Did that just like turn?
It's gonna die tonight.
All right. So we're gonna move somewhere else in here, and we're gonna try and get things rolling in a different room. You guys are all welcome to follow. I'm gonna leave the board here, and I'm not gonna close it. That's wild. Now that's going on. Hello? Bar. Shut the fuck up.
Wait, what did it say?
Bar. It said bar. She was at the bar, Kayla, when she got. Oh, shit. Is that you in there? Come follow me. Come on. I know you were at the bar. Come on, come inside.
It said bar.
On this file.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this music box here. So you'll be able to come up the stairs. Walk in front of it and it'll play some music. That's it, you can come up the stairs. Awesome. Here, I'm gonna put this right here so that I know when you pass the music box that you're coming in the room to talk to us. Yeah, buddy. Can you move away from that for a minute? Just move to the left or the right. Can you move away from the music box? Please. Now it's going to calibrate and stop. Was that somebody on the stairs just a minute ago? Deborah, are you coming upstairs with us? Deb? Temperature downstairs is getting hot. Come on upstairs. Come on, follow me. Follow my voice up here. I'm going to put this down. So to the spirits in this house, anybody got an EMF on?
No.
Do not.
Is there anybody up here with us? Anyone at all would be willing to communicate with us? Do any of you know Deborah?
I have a device in my hand that you can use your words to talk through. Deborah, can you please come and talk to us? Crazy. Deb, I got a response on one of my talkers that said bar. Were you at the bar with your boyfriend? I didn't hear what that said, but I'm going to hear it in post. Did your boyfriend pull the trigger on you? I want to know.
What's this say?
Degree.
Degree.
Oh, I thought it said ugly. Kill.
Did you just say the word kill?
He said yes. It just said
So was
yes.
yeah.
I heard yes.
Vile. Acts of violence. Something vile happened here.
It's disgusting.
I think it is vile what happened to you, Deborah. And we're all very sorry. We really, truly are. Just say no. We don't mean you any harm, honey. We just want to talk. Did your boyfriend pull the trigger on you?
Was it intentional? Was what happened to you an accident, or was it on purpose?
Bedford.
Mean to me? Is that what it said?
Major something.
I thought it said mean to me.
I just got really emotional all of a sudden.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Just kind of came over me. It was weird. So, this night was a little weird for me because we've been to a lot of locations that have some pretty messed up backstories, and it's never gotten to me like that. So I guess in a way it almost makes me feel like Deborah was reaching out and telling us how she feels about the situation. You guys know I'm pretty skeptical, but the further we go on and we do more investigations, the more you start to experience things that you can't really explain. At the time, I was just kind of focused on the investigation, but then I felt something like wash over me almost. Like, it's hard to explain, but almost a feeling of like static electricity. Like you guys have probably felt that before. You walk on a carpet with your socks on, you can feel that sort of tension and energy waiting to release, but it released in the form of emotion, and I started to cry, but it wasn't just like an eyes were watering, like I could feel the emotions behind it. I almost kind of fell off since we walked into that place, and this was before we even really knew the story of what had happened, and I know that Joey and Tanner also felt this as well. They felt it the heaviest in the kitchen, and I just felt it as soon as I walked through the door. Now, when our guide wanted us to guess where the actual murder happened, Joey and Tanner were right on the money. They knew something was off about that kitchen dining room area when we first walked in. But I wasn't thinking about that when I was guessing. I was thinking about, I guess, logic, because supposedly the altercation at the bar happened across the road. So I'm thinking, okay, rather than walking all the way around to the back door, they would go out the front door. But I guess that must not have been the case. I think it was an apartment building, so they probably didn't even use that front door at the time. But definitely one of the more strange things that have happened to me since we've been doing this. But that's why we do these things. We're out here looking for these experiences. We try to go in with an unbiased mindset so that when something does happen, it really makes it that much more strange.
What are you feeling, man?
Well, for one, I've been really hot since I've got in here, but it just felt weird.
I've been nauseous the whole time I've been up here, or like in this house. And like,
I've never seen him get like that anywhere in the year and a half that we've been together doing this stuff. Deborah, if that was you and you made Anthony feel a certain way, we want to thank you for sharing that with us. That was very touching. And we are very sad for what happened to you here.
yeah.
It was unfortunate and it was uncalled for. And your life was ended way too soon. Deborah, are there any last words you'd like to say? Before we start to wrap up this investigation, please, you've already touched each and every one of us since we've been here. Is there anything you'd like to say to the world?
So quiet.
I haven't heard a piece of equipment go off downstairs or up here.
There you go.
A little bit of temperature spike downstairs, but
Well, that's in here.
That's right there.
a little bit of temperature spike right here.
Just to let you guys know though, like, you'll hear temp spikes go off. We don't always assume that it's paranormal. There are natural fluctuations in temperature in a house, but it's good to measure these things and get a basis of the environment.
There's it up here.
That's
That's
not
downstairs.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is that even in different locations, they've both been going off and showing heat spikes at the same time. And these things usually do adjust to ambient temperatures, so make of it what you will, but we're just here to report what we find.
You okay with it?
Yeah.